Saying no. Niggas know how I'm bumming, nigga. Yeah. Fuck what a nigga say, I feel like Dre. Man, the game is thick. Suckers wanna play and load my K until that bitch click. Big stick, hanging out the bottom of my 4-5. No lie, if I whip it out, somebody gon' die. Only time you hard is on the gram when you go live. Flexing with a tube but never blam, I'ma blow mine. Won't show mine until it's go time. Nah, you can't hold mine. Yeah, I got the whole mine, I'm on the goal line. And I'm going for 6, watch me up the scope. Caught him at the stove, he was with his hoe. Had to let him know, that's your ass, you don't get it past. You reap what you sow. Why you speaking low? Speak up, boy, you been a hoe. Boy, you been a bitch, get off dick, tryna steal my drip. Look up in the air, you see me, I'm fly as bird shit. Never on no nerd shit, why you on that lame shit? You don't want no smoke, you get smoke with who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass niggas talking about they in some gang shit. Nigga, you was a bitch, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you was a hoe. Nah, you ain't no hoe, cause hoes get dope. Man, you pussy ass a cat.
We fucking lied, my niggas.
Tell him free to act. Feeling free to rat. You know he told how you sleep with.
And you got that poetry for sure. You ain't gonna squeeze with that. Smooth be
We
talking
fucking
crazy.
lied, my niggas.
That's still one of my favorite songs Smooth made, man. Benny Franco, man. Y'all go check it out on iTunes, man, and all your streaming platforms. Hey, man. Hey, it's fantasy season, man. We coming with them top 12 tight ends. We told y'all we was gonna give y'all these rankings before we go do our first draft, the AOB live draft. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
JD, what's going on, man?
The AOB live draft is here, bruh. Oh shit! Hey,
y'all go follow us on that Instagram too, man. It's at the bottom.
100%, man.
Go check out the draft, nigga.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie, nigga. I ain't ready, bruh.
Don't come in 12 with 3 new niggas, man. They gonna be putting you on the.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been slacking, bro. I got to get ready, bro. But I am taking off work. My last day at work is Wednesday, so I got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to cater my shit to nothing but AOB. So I'll get ready here in a few more days.
Cram for 3 days.
Yeah, I got to cram, bro. 100%. But it's tailor made though, so you know what I mean. When it's different leagues and shit, you know what I mean. But when it comes to this, you got to go. Hold on, I wish I could share. So I got a draft board over there. That's the only draft board I got up. But when you got to go put the name on the board and you got the rallies behind you and everybody talking shit and it's big drink, it's big medicine in the air, and you fuck up a pick, you go look at the motherfucking Miami draft, aka bachelor party for the CEO over there, Mr. Ellis Greens himself, man. Hey, me, Kurt, I think it was just me and Kurt, nigga. It was me and him, nigga. We drank a whole bottle ourselves because we fucked up the most. I swear to you, bro. So when it come to that live draft and y'all don't got no parameters of just time clocks and whatever it may be, I'm telling you, bro, that shit get real with us, bro. So like I said, nigga, I am not ready.
It gets real, man. Hey, I'll say this, man.
I'm not ready.
Don't snake in my boots. Don't tell me you ever. This the earliest we ever drafted the AOB though. So
that's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm ready though. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the mode, man. Hey, follow Guccini. Y'all know where to get him at. You know, check me out, but more so, instead of checking me out, I'm private. I probably won't let you on there. Go ahead and follow the Ellis Greens. You know what I'm saying? Stoner tested, culture approved. You know what I mean? That's how we cannabis lifestyle brand. Man, go check the homies out, man. Works. Woodrow probably in the chat somewhere, fresh off of work. And like I said, man, we giving y'all them top tight ends tonight, man.
What's up, Wax? What's up, Bombs?
Let's see. We got Wax in there. Glad y'all on. Back-to-back school nights, man. You know how I go. I gave my kids a shower before I get. Well, the goal is we're going to try to knock this out in under an hour, man, so I can put the kiddos to sleep. But you know how we go when we talking shit, man. It goes a little bit, man. Sir Bongs a lot, man. Appreciate you. You always in the chat, too, man, for real.
100%, bro.
So, look, we got, real quick, we'll throw some news out there. Dalvin Cook signed with the Jets. Zeke signed with the Pats. What you think about that?
Shit, bro.
It was going late anyway.
The what's up, bro? The motherfucking Cook signing for shortly. I guess, you know, all the dynasty owners and or the Cook owners in Dynasty, they damn sure been waiting for that for sure. Because the Zeke shit, I don't think nobody was really hoping for that. You know what I mean? He go wherever he go, but the Dalvin news is big news for whoever who was able to keep him on their roster for sure.
Says Stevenson gonna get cut red zone where he wasn't scoring that many TDs in the red zone, believe it or not, either though. So I think his usage will be safe. I'll say to Dalvin Cook. So it's funny, right? If you got Brees in a league where you were a contender this year, you mad in Dynasty. For me, I'll give you an example. My team is kind of weak. I don't think I was going to be a contender. So I like the move for Brees owners in Dynasty, him being 22, Dalvin on a 1-year deal. They don't want to sacrifice they winning. They trying to win this year. Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean? Going to be a year older. So I like the move for Brees owners. It's going to keep him fresh, keep him good. They don't got to put too much on him, you know what I'm saying? And coming back off that ACL, even though it was early in the year. So we're going to see, man. Dalvin was already getting drafted pretty good at the rate, you know what I mean? Sticks about that. What was he at? He was about that. He was in that. Oh, well, he didn't shot up now.
He shot eighth, fuck up, round. Boy. That shit only been out for about 8 hours.
I can't even find him. But anyway, yeah. Oh, 7th round. But anyway, man, let's jump into it. You want to kick it off and read off go with your tight ends? We're gonna do it like we've been doing. You know, give us your list, break it down, or how you want to do it. You want to go back and forth or what?
Yeah, we can go back and forth, and we just go from the. You want to go from the 12 all the way down?
All right, come on, let's do it. Start with your number 12. And y'all know these tight ends is crucial. I will say this, quick note. Tight end was a down year last year. The top after the Kittles and the Kelce's, Hockenson, it was a down year. A lot of the top tight ends was, under 700 yards with touchdowns or whatnot. Y'all going to see with some of these. So tight end is tricky. I see people grabbing tight ends early a lot. So I'm curious to see who you got. You said number 12. Go ahead, kick it off.
So at 12, I got Schultz. So we got Schultz over there playing with a rookie QB, being able to be a reliable, dependable short to intermediate route target for the quarterback, especially being coming out of Dallas and probably arguably being the second best receiving threat over there behind CD last year. Playing only, I think he played 12 games last year. 89 targets, 57 receptions, 577 yards, only 4 TDs, 10 yards per reception. That's a great number right there. 18.7 target share, 23.9 target rate. Fucking his ADOT was 7.3, deep targets 7.3, which was 16th at his position. Red zone targets, which is 15, which was 7th at his position. 9.5 fantasy points per game. And, he was probably going in the 8th, 9th, 10th round last year. I really don't. I ain't got it. I can't pull it up right. I mean, I can, bro. I can really pull it up.
Don't even trip. I got
it was going last year, but for your tight end to get you damn near 10 points per game, and for you not to have to spend high draft capital on Schultz for sure. You know what I mean?
He's going in the 10th round this right now. ADP is around the 10th round. So it's funny, right? A lot of your stats is with Dallas, right? We know he's on a 1-year deal with Houston. I don't have him in my top 12, but he's in that 13. And and I'll tell the viewers, I had him in my top 12 and took him out at the last minute. So I see what you see in Schultz. Rookie QB's blanket. Wood was on the show the other day talking about him. A rookie QB's favorite is the tight end. 1-year deal. He's still only 27. He got some legs left. He is removed 2 years ago from being the number 7 tight end. On Dallas. So it's not like he's the only weapon over there. They got some young hitters over there. You know what I mean? Nico, young Robert Woods. Tank and Michi. You know what I mean? So. I could see Schultz slipping in that top 10 where he was before I took him out.
Yeah, that's an easy play to me. Like you just said, though, it's all young receivers over there besides Woods. So for him to be a veteran and know how to get open, and him having not no threat behind him at his position, and fucking Stroud, you know what I mean? He gonna have to rely on him for sure. So these fucking 89 targets and 57 receptions, that's highly duplicatable with or without that. 100%. Dak only played 12 games last year too. You know what I mean? So yeah, give me the growing pains with the rookie quarterback and veteran tight end knowing how to work the field, pause, and get open.
It's crazy too because those tight ends really are those young quarterbacks' best friend. I seen shout out to Croc Time. He was talking about Trey Lance need to start using these tight ends more. And Trey Lance is still kind of, I would consider, a rookie. He ain't really had a full season yet, right? They got to use those tight ends. And when you got a lot of that talent out there, you got the good run game with Pierce. You know what I'm saying? A young defense. I think Schultz, he's gonna have plenty of opportunities for sure. It's just gonna be all about Stroud. Again, I don't have him in my top 12, but he's not far behind. So, look, give your number 11 because your number 11 is my number 12. So, you go ahead and kick it off with 11.
So, I got the boy out to you, David Njoku. Give me 80 targets, 58 receptions, 628 yards, 4 TDs, 10.8 yards per reception. His 628 yards was 8th at his position. Them 58 receptions was 8 at his position. Target share 18.6. Target rate 22.2. Let's see what else we got. Oh, his red zone targets was 2nd at his position. 20 red zone targets. He only had 4 TDs and them red zone targets, but he is getting the looks. You know what I mean? That's another thing right there. His target separation 1.93, and then his fantasy points per game 10.1. So yeah, definitely. You can't go wrong with Njoku drafting him as an 11 tight end right now. He got a chance to beat elite because the numbers say it for sure. He's getting look. He's getting looks. Target rate 22.2. That was 12th at his position. You know what I mean? 547 air yards, 6.8 A dot. Oh yeah, I ain't mad at Njoku. Yeah, 10.8 per reception. Everything 80 targets, 58 receptions. You can't get more efficient than that. Yeah, for sure.
And he's going in the 12th round. He's going in the 12th round right now. So it's crazy because this year a lot of tight ends are getting picked early. Like that's the theme this year, I will say. And I won't say early because tight ends usually go in the, Andrews usually in the 2nd or 3rd. You always got a Kittle that go in the 3rd, and now it's Hockenson going in the 4th. So that 6th round to 10, 11 is where you're going to get your money. But you got to double up with a few of these tight ends. My strategy normally is if I don't have a Kelsey or an Andrews, I'm going to make sure I get 2 tight ends that I believe will be in that top 10, right? Because that's going to give you the balance that you need in case one is good over the other. Njoku-wise, so I'm not really big on Njoku this year, even though I got him at number 12. To me, his floor is obviously outside the top 12 because he has been there past years, but athleticism, you know what I'm saying? To me, his ceiling is right kind of where he's at, not 10, where he finished last year. I don't think he can go higher than 10 because there's a lot more tight ends that I like. Deshaun Watson, this will be his first full year there, and we'll see, but his athleticism is there. He's kind of like a tweener, like that wide receiver, tight end type from a skill set perspective. You know what I mean? So, they got a good offense. Chubb back there, keep him honest. So, to me, his floor, you can't go wrong with like a Njoku and a Dalton Schultz, picking both of them and making sure they're on your team. You know what I'm saying? So, I got him at 12. Wax said he taking tight end early. That's the theme. I'm telling you. Let me see. Let me get the banner. So, look, you got Schultz at 12 and Njoku at 11. We're going to jump to my number 11, and that's going to be Kincaid. I seen Wax in the chat saying Kincaid at 12 Buffalo. I mean, we don't have no stats on Kincaid because he's a rookie, but the only stat you need is where they take him at. They moved up 2 spots to get him. You know, they're running a lot of 12 personnel, so he's on the field with Knox. The argument would be that what about Knox? You know, he is what he is. You know, we had him in the top 10s and 12s last year because he was up and down. He dealt with some personal issues. His brother passed away, so I think that's one of the reasons he had a down year. But, you know, Kincaid is a weapon, and they're using him like a Pitts, right? To me, Kincaid's floor on this team is about 10 to 12 tight end. But it's ceiling, depending on how they use him and the mismatches he's going to get, he can sneak in that 6, 7, 8. I'm fucking with Kincaid. And I know you don't got him in your top 12. He almost made an honorable mention. But Kincaid, give me a high upside guy like Kincaid and go get me a steady Eddie like a Schultz or some of the other guys we got coming up. And I'm going to run with it. I've been taking him in best ball for sure. Give me Kincaid. I'm fucking with Kincaid.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that because fucking Gabe Davis ain't the answer as the number 2 receiver.
He might have a better year, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, he might, but I ain't banking on it. Why they take Kincaid was a first-round pick?
First-round pick. They moved up 2 spots.
There it is there. Hey, Gabe Davis ain't the answer, big dog. They hoping that is the boy we just talking about right now.
I mean, they need weapons, though. They need weapons. They can't just
rely on
Josh Allen and Diggs.
Bruh ain't the answer. Oh, my mouth. Bruh is 80 targets, 40 receptions, 15 yards per catch with 2 TDs. Man, that shit is you're better off playing the Powerball for the 1.5 million.
Well, I think I don't agree with them drafting Kincaid because Gabe wasn't the reason. I think they drafted Kincaid because of the success that Mahomes is having with Kelsey. They want Kincaid to be one of those type of players with a long career.
The best player.
So, you know.
Hey, they just had him in the top 5 NFL 100.
That's where Kincaid. That's why they drafted Kincaid. If you ask me,
because
keeping up with the Jones.
Ain't the answer.
Keeping up with the Joneses, man. Keeping up with the Joneses.
Gabe ain't the answer, big dog.
All right, so look, let's go to your number. So both of our number 10s is a little, probably a little controversial. I ain't gonna say yours is controversial. Well, I will say that just because people are ignoring him. But he's had top 10 finishes. Go ahead and kick off your number 10.
Let's get it. I got one more. Hold on. So my number 10 it's gonna be Mikey G. Mike Gesicki. But I got a few more numbers for him. Give me 2.2 seconds. So
Mike Gesicki.
Mikey G did 52 targets last year, 32 receptions, 362 yards, and 5 TDs. And 5 TDs was 8th at his position. Give me a second. I got some else. There we go. Boom. Yards per reception, 11.3, which was 15th at his position. Target share 9.7, 30th at his position. Target rate 15.8, 36 at his position. So then we go down to red zone targets 13, which was 11, within 5 TDs. True catch rate 133, which was first at his position. Target separation 1.69, and then fantasy points per game was only 5.8, which he didn't do nothing. So then you go from what happened last year was a complete shit show over there in the offense when you got special teams coordinators playing offensive coordinator, D coordinators playing offensive coordinators, and then in fucking in 2020 or in 2021, he had 1,112 targets, 73 receptions, 780 yards on 2 TDs. And then in 2020, 85 targets, 53 receptions, 703 yards, 6 TDs. 2019, 89 targets, 51 receptions, 570 yards, 5 TDs. So he's a fucking playmaker, bro. Last year, we seen what it was. Now you got him in a new situation with a coordinator that already done had two good tight ends. Hunter Henry, all he is catch the ball and fall. His A-dot can't be nothing but 3.3, 100%. You see what it is up there. So, yeah, give me Mike Gesicki as the playmaking tight end in that offense, 100%. You're on mute.
For people who don't know what A-dot is, you drop those numbers a lot, and that's one that you drop. Tell the people what A-dot is.
Average depth of target.
It's a good stat right there. Gesicki, man, I mean, he's 2 years removed from being the number 9 and the number 7 tight end. You can get him free. He's actually going undrafted. You can get him at the end of your draft and stash him there, and he got top, from JD's perspective, top 10 potential, and not even just from your perspective, because again, he's 2 years removed from being a 7 and a 9. The only thing I ain't fucking with is that quarterback situation over there. They looking at starting maybe Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones ain't even.
They ain't looking at starting Cunningham, nigga. Stop it.
I don't know what's going on.
Looking good though. He looked good.
He was taking the first string reps after the next day of practice, but we will tell y'all this: Gesicki did leave practice today for upper body injury after the tackle, so make sure you check on that for sure. Make sure y'all check on that. Let's go. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's go with all right, let's go with my number 10. Let's go with my number 10, man. Juwan Johnson. I had to throw him in there.
Juwan, man.
Juwan Johnson. Reports is he's looking and been killing. He's been killing in camp. He's a tweener type wide receiver / tight end. Last year he was last year he had 11 TDs. Let me look at stats up. My bad. I don't want to give y'all the wrong stats. I had it on here, but my typing is so I'm a big Juwan Johnson fan. I actually traded for him in the
I got his 17 game. I got 17 game stats right now.
So he was the 15th tight end last year, 508 yards, 42 catches, 7 TDs. That was with Dalton. We talking about Derek Carr. Who does Derek Carr love? Who did Derek Carr have the most success with? Darren Waller. Who does Juwan Johnson? I ain't disrespecting Waller, but his skill set being that athletic tight end that can get mismatches all over the field. You got Olave to keep him honest. You got Mike Thomas back there still. Man, I see Juwan Johnson. He had 7 TDs last year with Andy Dalton. He could easily replicate that with more yards and more catches. He only had 42 catches last year. Now, he's only 26 years old. 6'4", fast, mismatch type tight end. That's kind of the theme of my top 12 is those tweeners, right? The Kincaids, the Njokus, the Juwan Johnson, right? Man, I'm fucking with Juwan Johnson, and you can get him pretty much for free, just like the Njokus in the 10th round, who we just Gesicki in the 10th, 12th. I mean, not undrafted. You can get Juwan Johnson undrafted if you play best ball league. For sure, go grab him. And if you in redrafts, like I said, if you're not getting a top, even if you do get a top tight end, you get a top tight end like a Kittle that we're gonna talk about. Go ahead and get some insurance and grab you some of these late round steals that we throwing y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I ain't mad at the Juwan Johnson. You know what I mean? When you getting seven TDs, 11.9 yards per reception, and you getting 40 plus receptions in a fucking season on Taysom Hill and fucking Andy the big red machine and shit like that. You know what I mean? Now you bring in a steady Eddie with DC 100%. Yeah, nah. He got that little emoji with the stock market with the red joint going up 100%. He definitely
Don't sleep on Carr this year either. Don't sleep on Carr this year either. I wouldn't draft him.
I agree with that.
But as far as the fantasy players surrounding him, I'm fucking with him, man. This is redeem. His name is on the line. He may not be a Super Bowl QB, but his good name is on the line for sure. Drowning over there in that Raider land. So look, let's jump over to your number 9 because your number 9, I don't have him in my top 10. I took him out. Again, we trying to give y'all our opinions, but also something for you to think about and form your own opinion. Your number 9 is not in my top 12.
So Evan Ingram, target separation, 2.15, 10th at his position, 10.4 fantasy points last year. Damn near going undrafted last year. This was his breakout year. 98 targets, 5th at his position, 73 receptions, 3rd at his position. Highly efficient, playing with Trevor Lawrence, second-year quarterback last year, I think he was. You know what I mean? 766 yards, 4th at his position. Only 4 TDs, but yet 12th at his position, 10.5 yards per reception. Target rate, 22.6. Ooh, 11th at his position. A-dot, 6.2. Deep targets, 9, which was 7th at his position. Red zone targets, 9, 19th at his position. I mean, it don't get no better. 460 yak yards. Nigga, White Hennessy, that's what we drinking, right, Woodrow, when we go Wednesday, Sunday, whatever it is. Nigga, that's 12th at his position. I just said what his target separation was. That's elite, top 10. 10.4, 7th, undrafted. Come on, now it only gets better for him, easier. What you want to do?
Hey, listen. We make the joke about me being the tight end guru, right? I'm gonna give y'all something funny. This was in 2017. Guess who I had as rookie year? Evan Ingram. And guess where he finished? The number 5 tight end. We've been waiting 1, 2, 3, 4 years for him to get back to the number 5, which he was over there, injuries, plague. The first 2 years after his rookie, he played a lot of games the last few years, but they've had the problems they've had. But I'm going to tell you the biggest reason I don't have Evan Ingram. He said, yes, sir, Hennessy White. Evan Ingram is not in my top 12 because he scored half of his points in 4 games last year. He finished 3rd in targets on the team before Ridley came. I see regression. I see him being that security, you know, when he needs to make it happen, let me go to my guy. He has 766 yards, but Lawrence is throwing for damn near 5,000 yards. So it's not going to be hard for him to get 500-600. But you bring in Ridley, you got Kirk, you got Zay still, you know what I'm saying? ETN might catch a few more. Ingram is safe, but he's not a guy that I'm going to be confidently putting in my lineup every week because, again, he scored half of his fantasy points. That's 176 points were in 4 games. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games out of 18, which we don't play week 18, under 10 points. He got 1, a 18, a 14, a 39, 14, 15, 10, 12. The boom games are going to be there. But again, he was 3rd in targets, and they just added Ridley. So I'm being cautious on Ingram. Now, I had him in my top 12, but I reshuffled some shit. Maybe you could say it's to be controversial, or maybe it's to give y'all something to think about. But you know, I'm not arguing nobody who believe in Ingram though. He was the number 5 tight end last year.
Yeah, that's easy money at the 9th ranked tight end. Oh man. You could say with them adding Ridley still though, you know, when half of your yards come off a yak, that means when you get the ball in your hand, you getting jiggy with it. I could get jiggy with that.
If Carr ain't in the AFC South, he's officially weak to me. I usually defend him. But I got to. That was a question from Wax. I mean, a statement from Wax. Hey man, it's all on Carr, man. It's all on Carr. But nah, that's my take on Ingram. It could go either way. Again, when you look at those offenses that you're trying to target, Jacksonville is one of them. You know what I'm saying? This year, I'm trying to target some Jacksonville players because I feel like Lawrence is a year better and he gonna do what he do. Let's jump into my number 9. Cole Kmet. TDs are king. 7 touchdowns last year. With tight ends, if they're not getting a lot of yards, which not many of them do, 700-800 yards is good for tight ends. You know what I'm saying? As far as last year, if you're not the top dogs, the Kelseys and whatnot, right? But when I look at Cole Kmet, follow the money. They gave him the money. They obviously believe in him. They bring in Tunyon. That don't worry me. Tunyon, he was what he was. That don't worry me. What worries me, maybe Justin Fields throwing the ball a lot, but he's going to throw more than he did last year. That's for sure. You don't go get DJ Moore if you don't plan on throwing the ball more. And guess what DJ Moore helps? A player like Cole Kmet, the number 7 tight end last year. To me, Cole Kmet, I have him at 9, and that's being kind of modest. He could easily get in the top 5. He was the number 7 tight end last year. He started off slow again. This is with Justin Fields throwing less than 20 times a game, damn near. And he finished the year off his weeks 9 through 18. He had 4 top 5 finishes. Weeks 9 through 18, 22, 26, 6, 4, 13, 6, 7, 10, 15. He fell off towards that week 16 and 17, but that's when Justin Fields was banged up. Touchdowns is king. He had a couple 2-touchdown games, back-to-backs. That's when he was taking off. Cole Kmet is on fire, bro. Cole Kmet is a playmaker. He's a crazy red zone target, 6'6". Everybody knows I'm a Cole Kmet fan. JD, I don't know if you remember, I had him ranked as number 11 last year. In my top 12 last year. I moved him up 2 spots this year to put him at number 9. Man, I'm fucking with Kmet. And guess what? The theme with these tight ends we giving y'all that got top 6, 7, 5 capabilities is they're going in the 10th to the 12th, 13th, 14th round. Cole Kmet draft position is like the 12th round right now. And I don't know if it's Tunyon, I don't know if it's DJ Moore coming in, but all these things to me help because when they in that red zone and they think Fields is gonna run or DJ Moore might catch a screen, your boy Kmet is gonna be right there. Hey, double-digit TDs this year for Kmet. Fields throwing the ball more. 7 to 10 TDs this year. Lock him in.
Yeah, just like any tight end that's outside of the top 5, top 6, they are all TD dependent. You know what I mean? So with him already having 7 on the board, and maybe the offense getting a little bit better and whatnot, them growing together, it could, damn near replicate, whatever the fuck you want to say, 100%. So I ain't too mad at it. It might be a little high at 7. That's what it was, 7?
9, but he was 7 last year.
He was 7 last year. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I ain't mad at it.
Let's jump to the number 8. We both got the same number 8. Pat Freiermuth.
Fucking A, bro. 98 target. He almost hit the 100 targets, which was a 98, 5th at his position, 63 receptions, 732 yards, 6 at his position, only 2 TDs. You know what I mean? I think that can get a little bit better. Second year in the system with Kenny Pickett being the main, the number 1 quarterback, 19% target share, 24.9 target rate, which was 7th at his position, 849 air yards, A-dot 8.7, deep targets, 12 of them, which was 3rd at his position. You really don't even think of fucking Freiermuth getting looks like that. Fucking A, bro. True catch rate 73.3. That was 37th at his position, and then he 9.3 fantasy points per game, bro. That was 12th at his position, bro. Hey, for sure. There's no way that you don't think that he can get more jiggy with it this year, especially with them being all in on Pickett. You go draft the offensive lineman, you give him more protection. Freiermuth, best thing that's smoking besides Deontay Johnson that getting open, because fucking Pickens, down the field. So besides Deontay, you looking for either Najee or fucking Freiermuth, and it shows right there with damn near 100 targets.
Hey man, Pat, 16 games last year, like you said, number 8 tight end, 6'5" monster. We talked about it. TDs is king, right? 7 touchdowns. 7 touchdowns. His rookie year, my bad, I fucked up. His rookie year, he had 7 touchdowns. Last year, like you said, he went down to 2. Who else had touchdown regression last year? Your boy Deontay Johnson, right? Everybody's banking on the Deontay Johnson touchdowns to go up, just like they're going to bank on the Pat Freiermuth. And why is that? A better Kenny Pickett. You know, the difference of those years were his first year, he had Big Ben. Last year, he had the rookie Kenny Pickett. This year, I believe they let Pickett off the leash. You got Pickens with a better year. Deontay going to have a better year, projected to bounce back. Red zone target, we just talked about one. And Cole Kmet, 6'6". Pat Freiermuth, around the same height. Lock him in for 7 to 8 touchdowns, possibly double digits, about 800 yards. He's locked in and got top 5 finish. Action. I'm fucking with Freiermuth, 1,000%. Let's jump to. Okay, so look, I'm gonna hold off on my number 7 because he's further than yours, and we'll come back to that. Let's go with your number 7 with Dallas Goedert, who I got in my top 5.
So in I think it was 13 games played, 68 targets, 55 receptions, highly efficient, 702 yards, 7th at his position, 3 TDs, yards per reception, 12.8, which was 4th at his position, target rate, 21.7. What else we got? Red zone targets, 10 of them, 15th at his position, 425 yak yards, target separation, 2.12 yards, which was 13th at his position, 11.8 fantasy points per game, 5th at his position, and he missed like 4 games, 4 games, bro. 100%. We ain't predicting no injuries. We can't do that right now, big dog. So, yeah, there's no way you can't tell me it don't get more. It don't get better than what it was. Only 13 incompletions his way.
Man, look. Glass half full.
Damn it.
You mentioned the injuries. 11, 15, 12 games was his last 3 years. Like you mentioned, he played 12 games and he was still in the top 12. 12 games, 702 yards. Come on. He's only had 5 touchdowns one time. To me, glass half full, this is his boom year. Like you said, top 5 potential. To me, he's a lock for top 5. And I think it's baked into his price that he's going because he's going in the 6th round around the Wallers, Pittses, and Kittles. Them is top 5. He's solid to me, right? And the biggest thing for me and why I fuck with him, Hurts. They paid him that big money. He ain't going to be running as much as he was. Maybe that's their game, but why do you bring in Swift, Penny, if you still want Hurts to run? Yeah, they was cheap deals. Cool. Hurts, his passing yards have went up both years. 31 the year before, 37 this year, right? This last year. 22 TDs up from 16. All he's doing is progressing. I see Hurts throwing for 4,500, making a statement, 35 TDs. Give me a healthy Goddard to play 16 games, and you got 800 yards, 9 TDs, top 5. That's my prediction on Goddard. Wax said top 5. That's where he got Goddard at, top 5. Easy call for me. I'm fucking with Goddard. As long, again, if you don't believe in his health, grab him and go invest in some of these guys that we got up in the back because you can get your value for them. I had Goddard at number 5. You got him at number 7. We ain't too far off. That's why I was kicking at number 5. So look, go to your number 6. We both got number 6. We both got Kyle Pitts at 6.
Yeah, it's just hard with so Goddard and Pitts definitely can be flip-flop because Pitts, even though he only played I think it was 12 games last year as well, but he got some elite numbers. He got an A dot of 13.1, which was second at his position, 12.7 yards per reception, 7th at his position, 356 yards, 2 TDs. There was one more number that I seen. Fuck, bro. Oh, deep targets, 13 of them, which was 1. So number 1 at his position, 1.80 target separation. So like how Works was saying, that he's more of a receiver. You know what I mean? So and you got to think a lot of that last year. I don't think they pulled a plug on Mariota until week 10, somewhere close to their bye week. So, you know, and then like I said, he missed some games. So I didn't write down exactly what games he missed, but Kyle Pitts definitely has elite numbers to where
he missed 13 through
Ritter,
13.
If Ritter performs like he performed them last 4 games, I can see Kyle Pitts definitely being what we all needed Kyle Pitts to be as we was drafting him these last 3 years.
So it's fucked up, right? Because I was one of the guys that got burned by Pitts last year, and I should have looked at the Mariota. I drafted him. He was going in around the 3rd, 4th round last year. And that's because we were going off his rookie year. 6 tight end his rookie year, 1,000 receiving yards, 68 catches, 15 yards per catch, 1 TD. So everybody going into after his rookie year was like, oh, he's going to get 1,000 and he's going to get more than 1 TD, right? ACL, we know he get hurt, but he wasn't doing shit before the ACL, like you mentioned, Mariota. Ritter's a better quarterback than Mariota. The jury's not out yet, but as far as throwing the ball, moving the ball, I believe he'll be better, and we'll see. Pitts is still this year off the ACL. In mock drafts, he's been going in the 6, but I think some of our leagues, people have been burned. I don't see him going that early. I don't see him going. I'll take that back because as I'm looking at this mock draft, right? So you got Pitts, Goddard, and another tight end going in the 6th round, and then you don't have another tight end taken till round 10. So they're saying Pitts' potential is 4 rounds better than the next tight end, which is the Evan Ingrams and the Dalton Schultz. I could see Pitts' value being there as far as a tight end. Will he be what we need him to be or what we hope to be when we got him in the 3rd? No, but guess what? You get him 3 rounds later, a tight end that's a 1,000-yard receiver with Matt Ryan at the time, right? So I'm fucking with Kyle Pitts. I got him at we got him at the same spot, top 6. Again, where am I drafting him at? I don't know. I will take a chance on him, but again, you don't got to get him in the 3rd round like you did the year before. So definitely some value there, and he can go crazy. It's depending on Ritter. You got Bijan that's going to take some pressure off. You know what I'm saying? London another year in. Mac Hollins looking solid over there. I like what they're doing over in Atlanta. Again, it's just about as Ritter going to put it there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then he finished with a 27.3 target share, which was second at his position, and a 34.3 target rate, which was first at his position, bro. So he definitely getting the looks when he on the fucking field, bro. That's for sure.
So let's talk about TJ Hockenson. You got him at 5. I got him at 4. That's about the same range. If y'all remember, I was talking shit about Hockenson the other day. I was talking about how he was a bust candidate. Not a bust candidate, but more so grabbing him in the 4th round, he's not worth it to me. I'd rather wait 2 rounds and get the Pitts, Goddards, Wallers, right? and we'll get into that in a second. But goddamn Hawkinson, like I said, I was reluctant to have him in my top 5. You know when you got the devil on your shoulder and then the angel on your shoulder telling you two different things. The devil on my shoulder is telling me he's not going to be what he was because those stats were inflated from last year, right? He had a hella boom games, and he had less than – he finished outside the top 10 in almost 10 games last year. But the Angels telling me the Vikings has shown you they're committed to passing. They cut Dalvin Cook. We don't need the run game no more. We're going to run with a committee. They draft Jordan Addison in the first round. We passing that bitch. Osborne another year in. O'Connell wants to throw the ball. Hockenson. The floor is safe for me. His ceiling, top 3. Where he was, top 3, top 4. Floor is about 5-6. So I'm fucking with Hockenson. Again, I just don't know if I got the guts to take him at round 4. That's my only thing with him.
Yeah, that's steep right there. That's definitely steep. But yet, you said TDs is king. 6 of them, 86 receptions. So he floating around that 100 fucking receptions, floating around close to double digits. That shit is there, bro. Especially with having a whole year being in Minnesota right now. You know what I mean? Instead of coming right before the deadline. Like you said, they not investing into the running back position. So Cuzzo's is throwing maybe 40 times a game. At least 35, you know what I mean? And he's going to get 5 to 7 targets per game, 100%. You got Jettas, you got Osborne, and the young bull that they just drafted. I forgot the boy, Addison. Fuck yeah, bro. 4th round pick, though, that's steep. You know what I mean? But yet, if he 4.5, 4.7, it just depends, though. I might even take him early in the 4th, though, just the way. If I know that I got, I'm comfortable with maybe 1 or 2 dominant positions, and I know that
at the end.
Oh yeah, that's a layup because that's another tight end event. I mean, that's another positional advantage.
I can't grab him over Judy, DJ Moore, Drake London, IU, Christian Watson. They going in the 5th. I can't grab Hockenson over them because I can go grab them. I think he can
outperform them.
I could go grab them and then go get the Goddards and the Pitts and you know what I'm saying? That's my feeling about it.
No, I feel that, but he can outperform them though. You said Judy,
McLaurin,
Goddard,
London, DJ Moore, who probably gonna jump up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The Ayuk's like. There's so many other players that I can go get. I might even grab a quarterback in that range. You know what I'm saying?
Well, those pass catchers that you just talked about, they all have the same numbers that they all finished with the same numbers as TJ Hockenson last year.
What, 12 a game?
Shit, the fucking receptions in the yards. McLaurin's only 1,100. Ayuk is 1,100. TJ Hockenson only 914, and Ayuk had 7 TDs, but this boy had 6. He can easily outperform him. He has the same numbers as the same dudes that you just ripped off.
I mean, we got him in the top. We got him in the top 5. So obviously,
no facts. That's what I'm saying. So I think he can outperform top 5 shit though.
I'm with you. So let's get to number 3. My number 3, your number 4. Is Darren Waller. You know, I'll let you kind of lead this one off because y'all heard a lot. Y'all heard me ranting and raving about Waller a few shows ago. You know, I've been feeling my best ball lineups with him. 5th round. I'm loading up on number 1 options. You know, that's usually the theme when I like to draft in the first 5 rounds. Who's the number 1 option? I want all my first 5th round guys to be the number 1 option. And as far as pass catcher, Waller's the number 1 option. And that's why I got him at that number 3 and you not behind with the number 4.
I mean, shit. He only played 11, I think it was 11 games last year. 43 targets, 31 at his position. 28 receptions, 35, 35th at his position. 388 yards, though. 27th at his position, 3 TDs, 13.9 yards per reception, second at his position, played 11 games, target share, 14.4, target rate, 18.8, route participation, I don't know why I struggle with that fucking word.
Participation.
Hey, 70.9, nigga, 18th at his position. A-Dot, 13.6 yards, first at his position, 13 deep targets, first at his position. Red zone targets, 10 of them, 15th at his position. I mean, what the fuck, Brett? 9.4 fantasy points per game with 5 games missed, 6 games missed. So Waller is definitely still elite when he's on the field. No hands down. You can. There's no argument. So why not scoop him up in the 6th round, bro? And you damn near got a positional advantage in the 6th, bro. No lie. Especially if he's staying on the field. And he's the number 1 dog over there. Look who else they got over there.
Yeah, I'm fucking with Waller. That's my guy, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get him because the price is gonna, you know what I'm saying? These guys in the chat talking trade talk, man. Hey, it never stops, man. I got a quick comment from a Falcons fan though about Kyle Pitts. We don't need another Julio in Atlanta. A lot of catches, yards, and no TDs like that, man. Julio, y'all better don't disrespect him, man. That wasn't his fault. That just means he was taking the pressure off. And they wasn't going to him, and you had the Roddy Whites and all the other players that was getting the touchdowns before Julio. But let's keep it going, man. We moving real swift, right? So look, your number 3 is my number 2, Andrews. Your boy Andrews. I'm gonna let you talk about him because it's pretty cut and simple to me. Andrews gonna play some more games than he did. We talk about teams that's committed to passing.
He played 15 games last year, I think.
He was banged up though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could play but banged up. He was banged up. He was getting traded. 3rd round talent when he was going last year. He was getting traded and passed around in a lot of leagues because remember Isaiah Likely kind of became a thing a little bit last year because Andrews was banged up. That's what's in my memory, right? But I believe in Andrews being my number 2 because of the talent, obviously, and because, again, a team's committed to passing more. I mean, they said it, right? But when you pay these quarterbacks all this money and Lamar's hate on him is that he can't stay healthy and he don't finish till the end of the year, y'all better pass that motherfucker more. You bring in OBJ. They ain't had no receiving – to me, they haven't had no receiving group like this, even OBJ being off of an injury and missing basically the year. They ain't had no receiving core like this with young Zay. You know what I'm saying? Likely going to be in the formations. Bateman coming back. Hey, Andrews is about to be open for him. I like Andrews a lot. 3rd round, maybe. I'm hoping he slips to the 4th like that Hockenson range. But you can't go wrong with Mark Andrews this year for sure.
Yeah, no, that's a little too steep for my price just based on his target share 29%, which was 1st, and his target rate 29.3, which was 3rd. Now, you just talked about all the weapons they done added, and they talking about passing more. That means that he's not the main dude over there. Only reason why he was getting all them looks because there wasn't nobody else over there. Bateman couldn't stay on the field. You got Duvernay, and then Duvernay nasty. Every time Duvernay touched the ball, he damn near scored too. On my mama, they ain't had nobody over there. You know what I mean? Last time we seen OBJ on the field, damn near Super Bowl MVP. You go get Zay. He reports from camp. He out there torching boys 100%. You know what I mean? Give me a healthy. They just activated Bateman. Man, you know, I don't think that all that is going to be there. And then with him only having 5 TDs, you know what I mean? The motherfucker that I got ahead of him had 11 TDs, you know what I mean? On less targets and all that shit. Even though Andrews, 113 targets, 3rd at his position, 73 receptions. Fucking Lamar only played 11 games. I understand that. But still, though, all that was there because let nobody. The wealth about to get spread 100%. So I just don't see myself drafting him as the second tight end behind Kelsey, because Kelsey first round. If I'm not drafting Kelsey in the seventh, eighth pick, sixth, whatever, however the shit shake out, nigga, I'm waiting. I'm willing to wait to go ahead and get Kittle around where we was just talking about everybody else, because I got Kittle at my second position. I'm not taking
and he's
fucking
going in the
Andrews
fifth
as his previous production because of everything else they added around him. I can't do it.
So again, do I think Hawkinson's going to be top 4, top 5? Yeah. Do I think Andrews is going to be top 2? Yeah. Are we willing to pay that price for him? No. Because like you said, you got players like your number 2, Kittle, that's going in the 5th round. Now, I got Kittle as my number 7 tight end. I don't know if you noticed that. He's not in the top 5 for me. But that's only because I see better years for Pitts, Goddard, Hockenson, Waller, Andrews, and obviously Kelsey. But the great thing about it is you can get, like you just said, Kittle, Waller in the 5th, 6th round, and they got top 2 potential, top 3 potential. So why pay for Andrews or a Hockenson in the 3rd and 4th round? So 100%, hey, 100% JD voice. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling. I mean, number 1, obviously, we got Kelsey. We everybody got Kelsey. There's no debating on Kelsey, right? Barring injury, which I hope it never happens. Are you handcuffing Kelsey this year with Gray? Will you handcuff him?
No. Fuck no.
Mr. Reliable.
Hey, this motherfucker, man. Hey, 1,300 yards, bruh, receiving. He's a fucking receiver, bro. You don't even look at him as a tight end. Stop looking at him as a tight end. But what else we got to do to have him as a up there with fucking, a top 5 wide receiver? 100%. That's what he is. Fucking take out the tight end position when you're going into this redraft shit. We going into ours this week, man. That motherfucker ain't a tight end, bro. In the middle of the round, bro.
I've had some best balls. I've grabbed him in the 5th at the 5th pick over Eckler.
He's fucking receiver, bro.
Because you're gonna get depth
with the best quarterback tied to him.
I haven't had Kelsey since I drafted him in the 3rd, 4th round in Mexico those years ago. I haven't had him since because I haven't been willing to pay that 2nd or 1st round pick. And maybe that's why I ain't won an AOB. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't willing to pay for him. So, will it change? I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to give y'all some honorable mentions, man. JD calls me the tight end guru. Well, I won't say he calls me that. I'm the self-proclaimed tight end guru because I do be giving y'all some gems. But you mentioned Dalton Schultz being the number 7 tight end, right? Last year, number 7, and who vacates and is going to receive them catches and targets in that offense, Jake Ferguson. They drafted Shoemaker, who's had some trouble staying healthy during camp. Ferguson got action at sneaking in the top 10, and I almost put him in there. He's a guy you could get for free. Me and Wood had some arguments about him. I'm like, Shoemaker. I was trying to get you to trade for him. You know what I'm saying? He ended up trading him. But, man, Ferguson is a player like a Gesicki that you could get for free that got top 10 capabilities. Top 10 capabilities, right? Don't sleep on him. Dak loves a tight end. Yeah, Schultz was there when Gallup was hurt and all they had was CeeDee Lamb, but they got Brandon Cooks. They got a CeeDee Lamb back. Ferguson's going to stay on the field. He's been working on his blocking from what I've been reading, and I have been reading. But his strength is pass catching. So don't sleep on those Dalton Schultz vacated targets as a number 7 tight end going to Jake Ferguson. You fucking with Ferguson, JD?
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. I mean, you know, Dak, he got the track record of looking for that fucking that second read, which happens to be the tight end position. Oh, faithful, 100%. And if Ferguson can show consistency of being able to be there when Dak needed to be there, he definitely gonna look for him because Dak got them happy feet. You know what I mean? When you lead the league in interceptions and only played 12 games, you know what I mean? Shit gonna have to. They want it to come down. One of the quick reads is a tight end, so he definitely can be the beneficiary of 70 targets, 50 receptions, 500 yards. You know, 5 fucking TDs, 100%. That's easily a top 12 fucking tight end, undrafted.
Hey, my last one, Sam Laporta, getting all the starting reps. Wright is the other tight end over there in Detroit. He's more of a blocking tight end. They do like to utilize those blocking tight ends, letting them slip out. But Sam Laporta, high draft capital, and he went where one of your favorite tight ends went, JD. Kittle, Iowa State. Iowa.
That's the tight end you
Iowa.
over there, bro.
Iowa, my fault. Iowa. Hey, if y'all go do your homework on Sam Laporta, man, rookie tight ends don't usually pop like that. But again, these are dart throws, and you look for opportunity. Laporta will have all the opportunity, and people are drafting this to be a high octane offense this year. That's what they banking on Detroit being. So don't sleep on Laporta and Jake Ferguson.
100%, bro.
Man, that's the top 12 show, man. What we ain't gonna say when we coming back because we are coming back this week. But what we coming back with, man? We coming back with them running backs. We gonna give y'all the wide receivers and we gonna give y'all them QBs, man. We got to keep this shit pushing, man. We got some time, you know. We don't have to get it all in this week, you know, because a lot of people draft towards the end. But this is the time within these next few weeks to do your research, man. Don't be cramming, man. You got some shit to say on the way out, man?
Hell no, man. We coming, man. I'm checking this shit out there, man. On that melon, man. We finna show y'all how we draft, bro. 100%, bro. Them facts. Right.
Hard to Start Fantasy Football Podcast, man. Hey, that's your top 12 tight ends, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. The Woods, the Wax. Hey, Wax, you're a little late on your rankings, buddy. We ain't paying attention to your rankings in your comments, man. Send that over before we'll make sure we'll throw it in there for you, my guy. Hey, shout out to Wax, man. Y'all know how we do, man. Hey, it's a family environment, man. We're gonna leave y'all with the intro again so y'all can see how we do on our 8 years of live drafting, man. Hard to Start. We out.
Saying no. Niggas on home, I mean, nigga. Yeah. Fuck what a nigga say, I feel like Dre. Man, the game is thick. Suckers wanna play and low marquee until that bitch click. Big stick hanging out the bottom of my 4-5. No lie, if I whip it out, somebody gon' die. Only time you hard is on the gram when you go live. Flexing with a tube but never blam, I'ma blow mine. Won't show mine until it's go time. Nah, you can't hold mine. Yeah, I got the whole mine. I'm on the goal line and I'm going for 6. Watch me up the scope. Caught him at the stove. He was with his hoe. Had to let him know. That's your ass. You don't get it past. You reap what you sow. Why you speaking low? Speak up. Boy, you been a hoe. Boy, you been a bitch. Get off dick. Tryna steal my drip. Look up in the air. You see me, I'm fly as bird shit. Never on no nerd shit. Why you on that lame shit? You don't want no smoke. You get smoke with who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass niggas talking about they in some gang shit. Nigga, you's a bitch, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you's a hoe. Nah, you ain't no hoe, cause hoes get dope. Man, your pussy ass a cat.
We fucking live, my niggas.